Well, hello, and welcome to Pelletier Craft Studio. I'm Elaine, and it's Tuesday, so that means it's time for some tips and tricks on how you can use some of your products in your craft room all year round. And that's the thing that I'm most interested in today because I know how it is. You got things in your craft room and you have to put them aside because they belong to the holiday, or you have to put it aside because it belongs to Easter. Well, that's not true around here. We like to show you how you can use your things all the time. But the first thing I want to show you is we've got a card class coming up that is going to be fantastic. I can't say enough good things about this. I only have 2 spots left on Tuesday, and I only have 2 spots left on a Saturday. Let's see, that is, yep, Saturday the 20th, and you're not going to want to miss this. It's also Tuesday the 16th. So on September the 16th and September the 20th, there's going to be a card class that is just going to beat all card classes you have ever taken. So let's jump on to my craft table and see if I've got any samples. Oh, I believe I do. Look at there. Talk about a stencil that you can use year round. Well, let's see. I could do it in birthday colors for my birthday girls, or heck, I could even wish happy birthday to them. Are you seeing the glitter and shine on these? Well, these are made with butter. Yes, butter. And of course, you can do butter on colored cardstock. You don't have to do it on white. And you can also make yourself a rainbow with puff clouds. You got to learn how to do that. They're just awesome, awesome. But what are you going to get when you take this class? Well, first thing I need to tell you is that you're going to get 4 8.5 by 11 stencils. 4 8.5 by 11 stencils. That means that you're going to get a stencil that's 8.5 by 11, and it has 4 separate pockets on it so that you can make this card. You don't have to worry about losing them. Yay! And you're going to get 4 stencils that are on an 8.5 by 11 sheet that will help you make this card. So again, you can't lose one of the stencils because they're all attached. Well, I guess you could cut them apart, but why would you want to do that? Then you're going to get a stencil that will let you make this beautiful card. Is that not gorgeous? Are you seeing those clouds? Yep, we're going to play a little bit with some light and fluffy. And look at here. Look at the shine. And you know the best thing about it? I know you can't feel it, but it's smooth. You don't have to put paste on so that it's thick and it takes it an hour or more to dry. You don't need that. Again, you're going to get 4 stencils that are in an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper to make this card. So all of these cards are going to be just fantastic, but you're getting 4 8.5 by 11 stencils, and that's a $44.95 value for a $45 class. Oh my gosh. So you got to come. You need to join in on us. If you live local, this is one of those classes you don't want to miss. Now, let's go ahead and get started with our card for today. So if you remember in my saying, I told you about the bow and Bell Scallop Frame. Well, this is what it is. And as you can see, it's got some great scallop pieces in it. But it has this pretty little bell and this pretty little bow. And I'm going to show you some really unique things that you can do with it. So this is my dies, and yeah, I ain't got them all laid out real pretty and neat, but what the heck, you know what they are, they're dies. And I am going to show you some really special things about this die so that you can make this bows and bell extra special. So I've already done a little bit of die cutting, so obviously you can see that this is the biggest one, and I made the decision to cut 2 of them. I know, it sounds kind of crazy, but I did it anyway. I'll cut 2, and you're going to see why in just a minute. And then when I got ready to cut this one, all I needed to use was the outside frame, okay? Because that makes it a little bit bigger. And so it looks just great put on the middle of this. And then I wanted to have a piece that was silver. So I went back and I cut this one out in silver. And I cut my last one out in white. Now I can stack all of these, and that's what my plans are. So let's go ahead and get this part of the card made, because when I get down to this part, I don't want to have to stop what I'm doing to put together a card. So what I'm going to do is, as you see, I cut this one, but I have a score line right there. And that score line is at the 1-inch mark. So let's fold it back. Where's my bone folder? Oh, right here in my must-have caddy. If you haven't got your must-have caddy yet, you need to go ahead and get it put on your Christmas list, because that's something that you must have. Oh yeah, and if you haven't got your must-have glue press yet, you need one of those too. And by the way, we do have these in stock. I know, several people are out, but you know us, we work really hard to have them in stock so that when you're ready for it, we got them, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my second one that's like this, and I'm just going to line it up. And if you notice, I only put the adhesive at the top where above my score line. So now my card is going to sit up like this. How about that for just snappy? I like that. Okay. So I said I was going to go ahead and put this together. I think I'm going to put this one piece down flat. Okay, you can give it to me now. Thank you. So I love my glue press. But once in a while, the stand wants to hold it. Which brings me to a really important point. So often I hear girls say, oh my God, look at the mess on the inside of it. Well, honey, leave that mess right there. Because every time, are you seeing where I put my cap so I don't lose it? Every time I put this in here, it settles down in that mess. And then when I get ready to pull it up, I can take it up and it's going to get that goober out. You girls know what goobers are, right? I guess that may be something we don't want to talk about at supper time, but what can I say? I've already done it. All right, so this time I've decided I want to put this silver piece, I want to pop it up. So let me get my, these are the best pop dots ever. I love them because they're perfect. I can take them off and I don't have to fight with them. They just come right off. Now, y'all know me. I like my pop dots. And I like to make sure that it's going to pop. It's not going to, kind of sink in the middle. So I make sure that when I put them down so they don't sink in the middle. And then when I get ready to pick them up, see all these little tabs? I just pull on that tab and it just comes right up for me. There you go. There you go. Look at here. It's real easy to do. So these are available here at my store. And when you get ready to order them, they are the round dots. Okay? So let's turn this back over and let's put it down right here in the middle. Perfect, I guess. Does leave kind of a bit of a shine on you, doesn't it? But that's okay. So I'm not going to put this one down quite yet. And that's because I want to put all of my things on it before I do. So I told you that we're going to be building some really cute pieces, but there are some tools that I want to have on hand. La-da! I love this. This is my wax tool, and I just adore it because my wax tool does allow me to pick up things that are kind of small without having to make a mess. Now I'm going to grab this piece up here at the top, but it's not going to look very pretty to you, but that's okay. By the time we get finished with our card, you'll like this piece, okay? So I want to make sure that I have room to keep this piece down at the bottom, but I don't want to put it down quite yet. I want to make sure that when I do put it down, I'll be putting it down in the right spot. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to grab my dots. I do have a couple of these cut so that I can stick it right up here in the top of my bell. And I'll go ahead and pull that off. And then I want to put another one on here that I'm going to let hang off my bell. So it's kind of going to be like that. Now, doesn't that look kind of crazy? But trust me, that's the way you want your bell to look. You see how I got it hanging off? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, oh, there you go, my mess sliding around here. So I want this bell to be just about here. And I'm not going to push it all the way down yet, because if I want to pick it up, I want to be sure that it's ready to be picked up. So here you go. I'm going to do the second bell the exact same way. So I'm putting it down and I'm going to let my edge hang off. Okay? Oh, got to pull my paper off, my sticky stuff here. Up, and that one is completely used up. So let's go ahead and drop that down here in the trash can. Okay, now I sort of want to let it lean to the side. Okay, I don't think that's quite high enough. I think I need to move it up a little bit. There we go. Then I could move this up just a little bit. Now again, I want to make sure that I got everything in the right position. So I'm going to come up here and make sure that my bow will still be in the right place as well. Now I am going to put my bow on, and I'm going to need to cut me some more of these, which is really, I really don't mind cutting them, because watch, it's so easy. I can just cut 2 of them at the time, and then I have a couple of them cut for when I'm ready to use them on my cards or my scrapbook pages. And then if I don't want to use those, I can jump up there and use the bigger ones. So let's get that there. So I am going to use the little ones, and I'm going to put it behind my bow. Now, I want to let you know that when I put it behind my bow, I put it at an angle. And the reason that I'm doing that is because there's something else I want to put behind this bow, okay? So here we go. Now we're going to start into our magic. Now, I want to make sure that when I put these down, they are down, but I want to run a ribbon through them. So here we go. We're going to just stick the ribbon in the back of it. And I'm going to, it's not a ribbon, it's actually baker's twine. And it's a double baker's twine. So here we go. I'm going to pull that through. And once I've got this pulled through, then I can come back and I can put this piece down. So this is where my precision glue gun really comes in handy, because I'm not going to be putting so much glue on it that it's going to be spreading out all over everywhere. So there we go. We got it on. And I'm going to stick it so that it looks like it's right at the top of my bell. Didn't quite get it there. Let's see if we can't do it a little better. I kind of like that. There you go. And notice it's kind of along it's kind of long. That's okay. That's not a problem. I can cut it off at any time, but I didn't want to cut it too short to begin with, because I'm going to want to wrap it around a little bit, make it look like it's really hanging on the back of this bow. All right, so I got this one done. Remember, I'm doing 2 bells, and I'm going to come back and put my adhesive on the bottom of this. There we go. And again, I love my precision glue gun for when I'm doing detailed gluing, because I don't have to worry about it getting all over everywhere. Okay? So there we go. I've got both of them stuck down. Now, I'm going to come back and I want to run it up through the top, but I want to bring it through the, it didn't give it drying time. Okay, let's give you some drying time. I understand. You're a little, you're fine. It's okay. We'll let it slide. Okay, so I'm going to run these up to the top, and I'm going to make them so that they kind of twist down up underneath that bow, and then I'm going to put them down. Now, there's a lot of ways that I could put this down, but my favorite way is to stick with my Faithful. And of course, I am going to want to cut these off eventually. Maybe not right now, but they're still way too long, so I am going to want to cut those off. I could do this with a glue dot, or I can just do it with my precision glue gun. I just put the adhesive here. See how I just kind of stack it up there? That's because it's just going to lay up there, and it's going to get nice and sticky for me. And then I'm going to put my bow down on top of it. So here we all this off. And I know where everything goes because I got my adhesive down, right? Haha, it's wet. Okay, here we go. So we're going to push it up and we're going to pull it back down. We're going to put it back where we want it to be. There we go. And I'm going to pull these little pieces up a little bit higher because I want them to be at the top. Okay? There we go. stay. Yeah, I say that to my dogs all the time. They don't stay either. So there you go. All right, so now I'm going to take and put my bow down. And see why I wanted to make sure I had room for everything? Because I wanted to be sure that I could get that ribbon to go up to the ribbon to go up to the top. Ooh, I picked up 2 cards here. Oh, that's okay. I'll make use of both of them. All right, so here we go. I'm going to hold this down and I'm going to pull these up so that those edges are back underneath my card. Back underneath my bow. I guess not my card, but back underneath my bow. And now I'm going to take the sticky off the back. And I'm going to press it down. There we go. That's one side. Now let's get the other side. Love the fact that I could just reach over there and pull that little tab and it's off. Look at there. Isn't that awesome? I just love the way that goes down. And I love the way that I've got all of my little extra pieces up here at the top. But again, I don't have any edges hanging out. Now, I know you're looking at me and going, okay, Elaine, come on, show me. Why was it necessary to bring this piece down? Well, here's the reason why. Because I want to come back and I want to put this on the end of my bell. There you go. And there you go. And look, isn't that great? See how already my bell's starting to take form in a different pattern? I knew this was going to, there it is. I was fixing to say I knew this was going to happen. I was going to lose part of this bell. So I'm going to come back and do the same thing on the other side. Look, isn't that great? That just makes my bell kind of pop. Now I do want to put another piece on it because I want my bell to look like it's finished. So I cut me out the little die piece and I'm just going to put it right over top of the bell. Do you see how I did that? Isn't that neat? Okay. And remember, I'm adhering this to a glitter paper. So I want to make sure I get it on there nice and tight. So I'm doing a little experiment here. You notice how I put one on the back of the actual foil paper. We call it mirror paper. I put one on the back of it. And now I'm putting one on the back of this one. There. All right, this is just a little long. So let's push it up there where it belongs. There we go. Let's make sure this one's in the right place. There you go. Now, I do have, and this is where my precious tool comes in handy. I do have the pieces here, and I want them to go at the bottom of the bell. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive there, and I'm putting just a tiny bit because I'm going to be having part of it sticking on that adhesive that I let hang out. Remember, I just let it hang out a little bit. So there you go. Isn't that a pretty bell? Oh, I heard it. You want me to zoom in. Got it, got it. Oh, that's as far as she goes. Sorry, guys. I'll hold it up to the camera in just a minute. But this is what I really, really, really love about my glue press. And I love my tool. Look, all that time I've been holding that little piece on the end of it. And I'm going to put that right there. And I'm going to push it down, push it down. There you go. So, there's my bells. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Doesn't that make for a beautiful bell? Well, I like the bow, but I kind of wanted the bow to be a little bit more decorative than what it is. So, it has a piece that I can cut out. And as you see, I did. And I'm going to use this to go right here. Up. Put it on upside down. Let's put it on right. Yes. Here you go. And I got that little piece right there, so I want to put it on. Okay, now I could wrestle with this little piece if I wanted to, but I really don't want to. So I'm just going to pick it up right there, put it down. Now I got 2 more pieces laying up here somewheres that will finish off. Well, while I'm looking, I'll go ahead and put these 2 down. After all, I did end up picking up 2. Might as well use them, right? So put that there. We'll put one there. We'll put one here. I think we're going to need another one here. I really do enjoy using these. They're just awesome. And then we'll put this one right there. Okay. So let's pull that off. Pull that off. Pull that one off. Pull that one off. See how easy this is? I mean, I just love it. Now, this is going to make my card a little thick and a little tall, so just be aware of that when you get ready to put it in the mail. Okay, we don't need those, so let's drop those over here in the trash. Make sure my piece is not hung in there. Where are my pieces? I got 2 more little purple pieces that I'm looking for. Anybody see them? I know y'all usually see them before I do. Let's see. Not there. Not under there. It's not in there. Not in there. Well, okay. This is the nice thing about having your scalp close by. You just pick up your little scalp and you plan on cutting you another one. Let's make sure I have the right paper for it. Paper. Where is the paper? And you know what? Those things have been in my way the whole time I've been sitting here working on this. And now that I need it, they're gone. Oh, yep, you're right. I'm tearing up my craft room here. Everything's falling. But that is quite okay because I can fix it later. There we go. And now I want to cut out this part of the bow, because this part of the bow has the 2 little pieces that I'm looking for right there. See them? That's the pieces that I'm looking for. So we're going to cut them out now. What I love about my scalp, little girl's always standing close by. There we go. All right, we'll put that one right up there. And we'll go ahead and use these. We'll put this back over here to probably slide with the rest of it. All right. So look how awesome this is. Not only does it fall right out, just like it would if I'd have cut it with my my Platinum 6, but it also just comes out so pretty. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to put these down. There we go. We just need a little bit of adhesive. And I'm going to pick these up, and these are going to go down face forward. There you go. Feel perfect. There we go. And I got to turn this one over. No, it's in the right place. There we go. I'm going to put this one down right there. There. They're not cute. I really, really, really like it. Okay, so now we're going to come back and we're going to put our card down. And we're going to put us a little bit of adhesive on the back. And remember, ladies, you don't have to put a ton of adhesive. You look at how little adhesive I have on that. That's really all you need. And that's what else makes the precision glue gun so awesome. Because when you get ready to put things down, you don't have to use a whole ton of glue. And so you save money in that one way all by itself. Now, I'm going to put this down. This is that little black piece you saw previously. And I want to know what you think this says. Because I know a lot of you are going, oh, I know. It says Merry Christmas. But no, it doesn't say Merry Christmas. Instead, I'm going to make it say something else. And I'll give you a little clue with this one. Notice again, I'm using my precision glue gun. And or I think they call it a glue press, but you know what I'm talking about. And as I'm doing it, I'm going to be doing the word happy. My reverse tweezers. I don't know how people live without them. All right, so now you think it's going to say happy birthday? No, it's not going to say happy birthday. But it does say happy. So let's see what's this last word going to say. All right, now we're up for the big reveal. So you'll get to see what we're putting on this card and what kind of card we're making. Here you go. It says happy anniversary. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So this is my happy anniversary card, and I'm going to be sending this card out to a very special friend, and you know what I've done? I've put it on upside down. Great. No, 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 no. I know I'm not the only one that's ever done this, but it just makes me so mad when I do it and I'm on camera. Thankfully, I used a liquid glue, so it wasn't quite dry. And it takes liquid glue even longer to dry when you put it on a mirror foil. So I just come out lucky, lucky, lucky. So here you go. We'll put this thing down one more time. And now we've got our happy anniversary card. And look at here. It sits up really pretty. So I love the way this comes out. And let me tell you, just because I use this for an anniversary doesn't mean that you can't use it for a wedding. It also means that you could probably use it if you wanted to go ding dong, it's your birthday. But look at this. Is this not gorgeous? This is one of the Christmas cards that we made while we were in Las Vegas. And I fell in love with this set. So much so that I have put it on the inside of my craft room. So it's here for you to order right away. But again, these are just beautiful. And I love the way they come out. I'll put into the notes at the bottom of the video where you can order all of these pieces from. And I'll also be sure to put in there the happy anniversary. But let me let you know that this happy anniversary is a part of an Air product. So that means you can only purchase it at an Air store. And as you can see, it's all in one piece. I highly recommend that when you go to my site and you look up this, go ahead and look up all the other awesome Air products that are in here. And most importantly, take a look at all of the memory box Air products that we have. So there you go, everyone. And until next Tuesday, I just want to say, enjoy what you craft and craft what you enjoy. Bye!